The Tuatha Dé Danann, often referred to as the people of the goddess Danu, are one of the most prominent and fascinating groups of deities in Irish mythology. Known for their divine powers, their connection to the land, and their pivotal role in the mythological cycle of Ireland, the Tuatha Dé Danann are central figures in Celtic lore. Their stories are rich with themes of magic, battle, and transformation, making them integral to the understanding of ancient Irish culture and belief systems. According to Irish mythology, the Tuatha Dé Danann were not native to Ireland but came from a distant and mysterious land known as the Islands of the West or the Northern Isle. They arrived in Ireland with great power, bearing magical artifacts and a deep knowledge of the mystical arts. The name Tuatha Dé Danann translates to the people of the goddess Danu, who is considered the mother goddess of the group. Danu, though not as well known as some of the other deities, is regarded as the primordial figure from whom the Tuatha Dé Danann descended, representing fertility, abundance, and the earth itself. The Tuatha Dé Danann's arrival in Ireland marks the beginning of a series of mythological events that would shape the history and identity of the island. The Tuatha Dé Danann are best known for their connection to magic and the supernatural. Each of the deities in this group is associated with a specific domain, from the arts and healing to war and wisdom. One of the most important members of the Tuatha Dé Danann is the warrior goddess Brigid, who is associated with fire, poetry, and craftsmanship. Brigid was so revered that she later became the patron saint of Ireland after the Christianization of the country. Her influence in both pre-Christian and Christian Irish traditions highlights her significance as a symbol of creativity, healing, and protection. Another notable member is the god Luff, a hero and king of the Tuatha Dé Danann, who is associated with light, craftsmanship, and warrior skills. Luff's story is one of the most enduring in Irish mythology. He is often portrayed as a god who embodies the ideal qualities of leadership, intelligence, and strength. In the myth of the Second Battle of Mag Tuired, Luff plays a crucial role in the defeat of the Fomorians, a race of supernatural beings who represented chaos and disorder. Luff's victory in this battle is symbolic of the triumph of order and civilization over destructive forces. His weapons, particularly the spear Giasail, are said to have magical powers, and his mastery of various skills, from combat to poetry, solidified his status as one of the most powerful figures in the Tuatha Dé Danann. The Tuatha Dé Danann's most famous and mythologically significant conflict is the battle against the Fomorians. The Fomorians were a race of giants and monsters who represented the forces of chaos and darkness. In the Second Battle of Mag Tuired, the Tuatha Dé Danann fought to free Ireland from the oppressive rule of the Fomorians, led by their king, Baelor, a one-eyed giant who could kill with a glance. The battle is a symbol of the struggle between order and chaos, light and darkness, and the natural world versus the forces that seek to disrupt it. Luff, along with his fellow deities, played a pivotal role in the victory of the Tuatha Dé Danann, and the myth of this battle remains one of the most important in Irish mythology. Another key figure within the Tuatha Dé Danann is the god of the sea, Manannán Mac Lir. Manannán is often depicted as a powerful and mysterious deity who controls the seas and the weather. He is said to have a magical chariot that can sail across the ocean, and his realm is often associated with the otherworld, a place where the boundaries between life and death are fluid. Manannán's role as a guide to the otherworld further emphasizes the Tuatha Dé Danann's connection to supernatural forces and their ability to move between the realms of the living and the dead. The mythological cycle of the Tuatha Dé Danann is also marked by their eventual defeat and their retreat into the otherworld. After their victory over the Fomorians, the Tuatha Dé Danann would continue to rule over Ireland for many years. However, with the arrival of the Milesians, a human race that represents the ancestors of the Irish people, the Tuatha Dé Danann were driven underground. Their great kingdom, once a realm of gods and magic, was gradually replaced by the world of mortals. In some versions of the story, the Tuatha Dé Danann did not die but instead retreated into the hills and mounds of Ireland, where they continue to live in a parallel world, unseen by human eyes. These hidden realms, known as the Sidhe or fairy mounds, became associated with the fairies and other supernatural beings in later folklore. The legacy of the Tuatha Dé Danann endures in the myths, legends, and landscapes of Ireland. Many places across the country, from ancient burial sites to hills and lakes, are said to be connected to the Tuatha Dé Danann and their magical world. Their story represents the enduring importance of the natural world and the belief that the gods and supernatural forces are always present, shaping the land and the lives of its people. In conclusion, the Tuatha Dé Danann are among the most important and fascinating figures in Irish mythology. Their stories are rich with symbolism, exploring themes of magic, power, creativity, and the balance between order and chaos. Through their victories in battle, their wisdom, and their connection to the land, the Tuatha Dé Danann embody the ancient reverence for the natural world and the belief in the supernatural forces that shape it. Their legacy continues to resonate in modern Irish culture, where their myths continue to inspire and shape the country's identity and connection to its mythological past.